All right, I want to thank my good friend Brenda Thompson for inviting me. And what I'd like to do is just take 5 minutes and give you an update. But first, I want to tell you about me. My name is Mac Stroupe, and for the last 15 years, my wife and I have been active in Greensboro PFLAG. We discovered Greensboro PFLAG a year after our 13-year-old teenage son came out to us and told us that he was gay. PFLAG stands for Parents, Families, and Friends of Lesbians and Gays and People Who Are Transgender. Currently, there are 15 chapters in North Carolina and over 350 nationwide. These chapters provide support, education, and advocacy for families and friends of gays, lesbians, bisexual, and transgender people. Today, my wife Linda and I continue to work to gain full rights for the LGBT community. And I'm so proud of David Moff for telling his story to you all with his son. And that's what we're about. It's the coming out, telling your coming out stories. This morning I want to update you on the proposed Amendment 1, the anti-gay amendment. First of all, I want to remind you that early voting is already starting. From 8 to 5 every day at the Board of Elections located in the old courthouse in downtown Greensboro, and also in High Point at the Washington Terrace Park. You have voting from 8 to 5 every day. Starting this Saturday, April the 28th, 10 additional voting places will be open in Guilford County. And I have some handouts, they're out here at the table, that will give you more information about the voting. And I do encourage you to vote early. If you can't vote early, then come out on Election Day on May 8th. The question to be used in the voting systems and ballot that read, or what it reads is this: for or against the constitutional amendment to provide that marriage between one man and one woman is the only domestic legal union that shall be valid or recognized in this state. The 4 words that matter are only domestic legal union. Family law experts, legal experts, Maxine Neitner, UNC, Chapel Hill Law School, and Suzanne Reynolds at the Wake Forest Law School state that this broad language of this amendment creates many unknowns and harms. Why? Only domestic legal union has never been used in North Carolina, has never been used in a North Carolina court. This phrase has never been used in any legislative enactment in North Carolina. Do we have any family law attorneys in this group? The phrase only domestic legal union means other relationships like civil unions or domestic partnerships would never be legally recognized in the state of North Carolina. There are over 222,000 unmarried couples, straight and gay. Over 89,000 of these couples have children. Many of these children will lose their health care benefits and their drug prescription benefits if this amendment passes. If this amendment passes, some of these parents will lose child custody and visitation rights. If Amendment 1 passes, existing domestic violence protections may be invalidated. In the state of Ohio, 27 domestic violence offenders were released from prison until the courts straightened out their language, which took 3 years. It may stop unmarried couples from being able to visit one another in the hospital, and may stop them from being able to make emergency medical and financial decisions. It could revoke other legal protections, such as wills and trusts. Outside of the legal issues, this amendment is simply bad for business. It intrudes on the business's rights to provide competitive benefits to their employees, and it signals to major employers that our state is not welcoming of the diverse, creative workforce that is needed to compete in this global economy. It harms vulnerable LGBT young people by sending a terrible message that their state and their neighbors consider them second-class citizens, unworthy of the basic dignity and fair treatment, a message that exacerbates the epidemic of the LGBT young people committing suicide. Amendment 1 is not needed. We already have a North Carolina law forbidding gay marriage. In closing, we need to vote against the amendment and vote early. Then we need to talk to our families, our friends, and our co-workers, and explain the harms of the amendment to them and to ask them to vote against it. Thank you very much.